parking lot completely filled, and along the parkway system, interstate system, whatever it is, the 4-lane off to our right, cars are lined up as far as the eye can see in both directions. And on out in toward Somerset on the route that goes into there by the school, cars are as far as you can see that way. So this football facility completely filled with fans from Corbin and Somerset, and I guess if you had to put the numbers on the line, there are as many Corbin people here as would be Briar Jumper fans.
No question about that. That's one of the best traditions that we have at Corbin. We do have the backing, and the fans have shown that tonight, and I'm very proud of that fact.
As we get set for the kickoff now, Somerset has won the toss, elected to receive. Going deep for Somerset will be number 7, Randy Mills, the 6-foot, 160-pound junior. Martin Earl Pennington, number 88, is kicking off for Corbin. There's that line drive kick, hard to handle. It gets by Mills. He's back at the 4-yard line, looking, trying to break. He's hit, and down he goes, and Bill, number 46.
46, Mark Rapier. That's what it's all about. That's high school football at its finest right there. Mark Rapier came down last week. He was on every tackle on the kickoff at Everett's. Comes here in a big, crucial game tonight. And I think, probably the problem on the mishandled ball there was the butterflies that you're going to have here tonight. I'm going to hush.
Go right ahead. Let that excitement come through. As Somerset will start the offensive series at the 14-yard line. Wide out to the right side. Number 12 is Tony Lewis. They have a slot man also. That is Billy Floyd. The quarterback, number 1, Tony Massey from the 14-yard line. Massey gives it off straight up the middle across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. The gain by James Fletcher, the 5'11", 190-pound senior, wears jersey number 10 and a threat at all times.
Roger Rose was on the tackle along with Todd Trosper and Robbie Smith, and also Clayton Ely was in that pile.
The gain is good for 3 as Somerset will have it 2nd down and 7. This time their backfield is straight away and both ends are in tight. Quarterback, a nice fake. He may go. This is Tony Massey leaving everybody behind.
They had a beautiful play fake by Massey. He froze everybody on the line. He just slipped on through there, and whenever he broke into the secondary, that play was designed for a touchdown, and everything worked perfect on it. Mike Frederick was behind him, but there was no catching Massey when he broke into the secondary.
He goes 83 yards for the score. Bill, you and I and Bill Crook were talking about a situation like this yesterday where team that scores first not always is the winner. Of course, when the people are watching this, they know the outcome, but that could work in a couple of different directions. One, the fact that it'll fire Corbin up, make them get ready more so for this game. The other is that it could relax Somerset just a little bit.
Well, the same thing happened last year. You break on the second play of the ball game. Greg Taylor breaks against Middlesbrough and takes it all the way down. We're up on the board 7-0 after he did that. The thing about it is we haven't got the ball yet. I want the Hounds to get the football. We're going to put 7 on the board.
So it was a beautiful play fake by Tony Massey, the quarterback. He's a 6'2", 180-pound junior. 83-yard touchdown run. That coming with less than a minute gone. Well, pardon me, just over a minute gone in this opening period. 1 minute 3 seconds played, 10:57 to go. So let's see how the Red Hounds respond now as Somerset leads it by 7-0. Deep for Corbin will be number 40, Darren Steely, along with number 18, Nooners Reedy. Kicking off, number 70, Mark Mounts for Somerset. Nice high kick. Reedy at the 7, 20, Reedy, 30, 32-yard line.
Good run by Reedy. Good return. He came in there, and I can't pick up just exactly who picked up a key block for him there. It looks like it was 58 Gilmore had a key block on the play.
So let's see how the Red Hounds respond for their first offensive show of the night. For the Red Hounds in the backfield at quarterback is Greg Duncombe, number 5. Chaplin, the up man at fullback, number 34. Steely and number 25, Sam Jackson, are the running backs. Jackson gets it up to the 35-yard line, a pickup of a couple of yards.
Yeah, Sam, I thought that the play was, watching the defensive end, I was watching defensive end all the way, and I felt like, that the play was going to develop there for more yards than what we got, but evidently somebody met Sam right at the hole.
Second down, 8 yards to go for the Hounds now, as Jackson is replaced in the backfield by Frederick, number 12. He's a wide out to the left. Pardon me. Frederick is a wide out to the left side, but in the backfield is number 44 for the first time in a long time. This is our quarterback across the 50. Here he goes down to the 40-yard line, and that's Greg Duncombe.
Give us the football. We're on the way.
What startled me was number 44 is in this lineup, and Bill, we haven't seen him in a long time. For Corbin, that is Steve Rollins, a 5'10", 175-pound senior, out with mono for 3 or 4 ball games, and he comes into the lineup, and we almost do the same thing that they did on our second play. The gain is good all the way down to the 40-yard line. Not much on this one for Jackson. He crosses into about the 38. After the 25-yard run by Duncombe, Jackson gets a couple of yards. So both teams very highly keyed for tonight's contest.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Duncombe broke a good run there. I'm getting a little excited up here. Greg broke a good run. The only thing that saved it from him breaking it all the way there was a shoestring tackle.
We got wideouts to both sides. Frederick to the left and Pennington to the right at the 38-yard line. Second down and 8. This is Duncombe on the option. Duncombe again. He gets the first down across the 30 into the 29-yard line.
Well, evidently, I'm watching what's happening here. The option is something that we haven't done. We have not used it that much. We've not used it that much. And I think that Coach Kane has pretty well prepped his team for what it is that we've been doing in the past weeks. But again, you can't cover all of it. Same thing Cotton had in the paper this week. We have variables there that we can use.
It's Pennington wide to the right. From the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Option to the right side. Duncombe keeps this time. He gets a yard or so, and then he meets some real heavy opposition.
They should have pitched that time. Either that or we're going to the weak side on the option there. They came back this side, and they met him right at the line.
Now, Pennington's waving that he needs somebody to come in for him. And in is B.J. Catron, as Catron has to hurry onto the field. Corbin will have it second down and 8 again. This situation has occurred 3 times in the ball game. The ball at about the 26. This is the option. This is Duncombe. This is Duncombe spinning to the 20. It'll be just shy of a first down.
Yeah, we didn't get the first down. What are we going to have here? We're going to be third. Let's see, we got third, just third and short.
About a yard to go as the line to gain is near the 19-yard line. The official stopping play momentarily now. The third down play coming up. Somerset scoring on their second play of the game. Corbin coming right back at them offensively. And, Bill, we could really have some kind of offensive show here tonight.
Well, we could. I'm a little concerned right now on Pennington from the standpoint of what's happened to Pennington, because it looked like to me when he did kind of trail off the field there that one shoulder, his right shoulder, was, dropped a little bit, and I'm wondering if, something's happened to that shoulder.
I don't know why the delay, but it's caused Corbin to break huddle twice and have to come back. Pennington is back into the lineup now, so that does give enough time for him to recuperate. Pennington will be playing a tight end to the right side. A big play for Corbin here at the 20-yard line. It's third down, about a yard and a half to go for the first down.
Well, I thought what happened was he gave to the lead back that went through there. I thought he gave to Steely, but he came out and he tried to do a little razzle there on that, and they went ahead and met him in the backfield. So we're shorter than what we were. It's got a fourth down situation.
The reason I remained silent, I lost the ball completely. I didn't know Duncombe had kept it, but he did. Now we're fourth down and almost 2 yards to go. So we saw this situation against Everett's last week, where Corbin on their initial drive had to overcome fourth down plays. Wide out to the left side. Here it is on the option to the left. This is Duncombe. He has that first down with yardage to spare.
Yeah, that was a good play, and I'm surprised that they didn't understand just exactly what he was doing there too. They didn't really put forth the effort I felt like they needed to in order to stop that one. So Hounds are on the move here again. First down.
Corbin has picked up 3 first downs on this drive downfield. And Bill, just look at this. We have run 8 plays, and Duncombe has carried the ball 6 of the 8, and he's gained 46 yards. First down and 10. The ball at about the 16-yard line. This is Steve Rollins across the 15 to the 14.
He took a super shot. Super shot that time, was knocked back, and went ahead and spun off and leaned out for 2 yards. Good run by Steve.
That's his first carry in 4 or 5 weeks. He gets 3 yards on the play. Just inside the 14. 6:15 to go in the initial period. On the option, Duncombe intent on keeping the ball tonight.
Yeah, you know, the thing about it is, if we're going to do that, of course, it worked for us last year. If we're going to do that, you know, occasionally we've got to pop that thing outside to your trail back there on that. And, you know, they're going to keep reading that. Maybe that's what he's hoping to do. You know, they come up and it leaves that, but it looked like to me that it's been open a couple of times.
No gain whatsoever on that play. Well, they say 1 yard to the 13. So give him a yard and make it 3rd down and 7. Rollins wide to the right at end, or at a halfback slot. Now here's the pitch to Jackson. He's got a big corner to turn, and that's not there. Although Sadler threw a super block, the corners off to the left came up and contained.
Sadler had his block, but Sam kept stringing the thing wide. We had 2 people who were up there that met him. He got nothing on that.
Now the Red Hounds have been very efficient this year passing. We're about to get into that situation now. As the ball is back to the 16.5-yard line. I was looking for the downs marker. They've got it 4th down on the scoreboard. I thought it was 3rd. He's back to throw. He looks. He throws. Intercepted. Threw it behind the intended receiver, Steely.
Well, it threw it behind Steely, but Catching was open in the middle of the field there, somewhere just short of the goal line, and I felt like it. He tried to throw it soft. He didn't go ahead and pinpoint it in there, and he went ahead and intercepted.
61% on his passing this year, but his first one tonight is intercepted. So Somerset, with the adrenaline flowing, the spirits high. They have the ball deep in their own territory. As best I can tell it right now, it looks at about the 2-yard line. So this does present a problem for them. The first time they got it deep in their own territory, it took them only 2 plays to go 86 yards. Now they do have wideouts to the right. Tony Lewis split end, number 12. They'll give it to the fullback, Fletcher. And he'll get a couple of yards across the 4 near the 5-yard line.
They give credit to Trosper on that. It looked like Richard Fox was in there on initial contact, too.
Somerset gets a couple of yards out of it. Up to the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. The quarterback, number 1, Tony Massey, has to rehuddle again. Now the official goes over to talk to Coach Cotton Adams and delays the start of the play somewhat. I'm not sure what the problems are, but they're having a few thus far in the first period. And with that, we'll have time to pause for these messages from our sponsors. We'll be right back in a moment. Breaking that one.
Yeah, he almost broke it. You know, I see something here. I see the value of this Fletcher speed here, because if he happens to get into the secondary just like Massey did on the second carry of the ball game there, kid's got an opportunity to break it, and we've got to shut everything off at the line of scrimmage.
He brings it across the 10, so it's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard to go for the first down. Somerset leading by 7-0. The touchdown by Massey, the extra point by Mark Mounts, and that's where we stand right now. A very big play for Corbin right now, as the Red Hounds want to establish their authority defensively. 3rd down, less than a yard. Massey calls. Well, that's some hard hitting by Martin Earl Pennington.
Yeah, Pennington made good contact on the play that time, along with, I'm looking at it, Richard Fox. Richard Fox and Pennington made initial contact.
But it's not in time. The first down as the forward momentum got him up to the 12-yard line, and that is Somerset's first down of this ball game. The Briar Jumpers, taking the ball near their 2-yard line, have moved it out now to the 12. Fletcher pays the price.
Yeah, tackle made by Reedy that time on that side. Reedy came up and made a fine tackle on Fletcher.
He does get the ball across the 15 to the 16, so a 4-yard pickup. Second down and 6. Quarterback Massey has the ball. Hey, they'll take him down this time at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on the ankles there was looked like Reedy. Yeah, it is Reedy. Reedy was right down on the ankles that time. Yeah, he's got to get up and play hard. Got to play hard tonight.
So Tony Massey fails to gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 to go. The ball at the 16-yard line. Somerset leading 7-0. A minute 50 to go in the first period. Number 21, Carl Craze, wide to the left. They have a slot man in 24, Billy Floyd. Here's Massey again. Steely takes him down at the 47.
Great coaching, McCain. Great play. Had a play fake. You could hear it. You could hear Coach Adams all the way where we're at. He's on the other side of the field. He was screaming quick pitch on that. They had 3 people sit wide this side, and he did. He went ahead and made an excellent fake on the quick pitch and went ahead and cut it right back against the grain that time, and everything was flowing this way.
Number 10, James Fletcher, draws a lot of the attention, but Tony Massey is doing the damage tonight as he brings the ball upfield 30 yards on that play. Somerset having taken the ball at the 2. This is Fletcher. He'll get short yardage up near midfield. Never really got his wheels turned in that time.
No, we got on the tackle on that side that time. We've got Sadler along with Jeffrey Adams. Jeffrey Adams is on that tackle.
Adams is number 51. Sadler is number 61. The gain is good for 3. 2nd down and 7 for the Briar Jumpers now. Wide left, number 7, Randy Mills. Floyd is in the slot again. This is Floyd getting the handoff. Floyd gets it into Corbin territory after a couple of yard pickup.
He paid for 2 yards there. Martin Pennington got an awful good shot on him that time. You know, he still got good yardage on Pennington coming from this defensive end. You know, kind of crashing down and made a good tackle.
10 seconds to go in the quarter, and Bill, we're just about to complete the first quarter of the year in the first period that we haven't scored this year, so it's a different kind of ball game out here tonight. The number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the state of Kentucky colliding at Somerset, and that's the end of the first period of play. After 1 quarter, here from Somerset, the score, Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. Top 3 situation at the Corbin 47-yard line. And there's the first down to the Corbin 40-yard line. Running hard, number 25, the fullback, Kelly Stigall, 5'11", 210-pound junior.
You mentioned something here, too, before the game. You know, everybody on the offensive line for Somerset was 200 pounds plus, and then we had one of the backs is 210 there. Tackle made that time, though, was by Frederick and Reedy.
Just shy of the 40-yard line, Somerset gets the first down. Both ends in tight now. Massey fakes, he'll throw. He just missed the intended receiver, number 7, Randy Mills.
Yeah, he just threw it behind him that time. McWhitt made contact on the play, though. He was right with him.
Somerset, I think, looks good, though, offensively. They're showing us quite a variety, and they've been smooth in their operation.
Oh, yes, they're a very poised team. and I can understand why they're ranked number 2 in the state.
So now it's going to be at the 41, second down and 10 yards to go for the Briar Jumpers. Massey gives it to the first man, Stigall. He almost broke that one. So the secondary having to make quite a few tackles for Corbin.
Well, I tell you what, right now, the Hounds got to bow their neck right here, because Somerset's execution has been, you know, flawless to this point in the ball game. And they broke 2 big plays, and I think the difference in the Middlesboro game, they had 2 or 3 big plays over there, and that made the ball game. Everybody said that Middlesboro was a better football team, but a team that's capable of making those big plays and holding everything else down is a fine football team.
That gain was 7. Third down and 3 here. Stigall again. Stigall gets close. It may be a first down, as he had to get to about the 31-yard line.
Well, let's see. On the tackle, we've got Roger Rose along with McWitt and Frederick.
Rose is 54. McWitt is 29. And Frederick is number 12. So they're in 4-down territory, whether he made it or not on that one. If he didn't, they'll have the opportunity again. But the measurement is coming up here. Just shy. This, we're going to have this saying a lot tonight, is a big play.
That's a big play. You know, I'm hoping that that's what happens after you measure after the 4th down rather than the 3rd down. It looks like to me we're down short right now because they only got inches to go for the first down.
So we have to really get off the line here to prevent another first down. Somerset leading 7-0. This is their second offensive series. They've been able to drive it all the way from their 2-yard line. They're at the Corbin 31.5 right now. And they need just a few inches to get that first down. Tony Massey, number 1, is the quarterback. 5 yards.
I love it.
That is number 12. Tony Lewis moving on that left side, and that'll make it now 4th and 6. So this is a different situation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this altogether different ball game right now. Kid just came up. He was awful anxious, and I'm sure just going to be something power where the quarterback goes ahead and leans out there, gives it to one of the upbacks, and go ahead and pick up those inches that they needed. But now they've got to pick up 5+.
Kane has a big decision here. You know, 36-yard line, that's good field position if Corbin holds.
We need that. We need this one bad.
So now 4th down. A little over 5 yards to go for the first down. Yeah, they're trying to draw us off sides, that long count. They're going to take a 5-yard penalty, Bill, and kick it.
I'll tell you what. That's good coaching, and good coaching. Kane's smart on that, boy. That looked good, You want to get that 5 yards back, give it that same situation again.
So our situation is turned around where they took it at the 2-yard line. If the punter is accurate here, they could back us up very deep. So with that, it's going to be 4th down and 10. The ball just over the 41-yard line, and Somerset will put Mounts in punt formation, standing at his own 46. The lone deep man for Corbin is Reedy, number 18. Not a real good kick, but it's getting a good roll. Reedy does the wise thing, gets away from it. Corbin will have the ball inside their own 4-yard line, as we have a timeout here from Somerset with 9:48 to go in the first half. Timeout on the score is Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. Corbin deep in their own territory. Watch this pass. Pennington, he's got it. He's at the 25. Pennington just taken down, and that was almost a 96-yarder.
If the ball had been led, just a little bit in order for him to get away from the man that was covering him one-on-one, there's a possibility he could have taken it all the way. And it was a gutty call, too, by Coach Adams. You know, you see a call like that after Middlesboro. Coach, good call.
Very good call, especially when it works. We always say that. But that's to the 31-yard line. And Corbin has the first down. They'll try it up the middle this time, and that's Steve Champlin, number 34, seldom used fullback, but he's a productive one.
Well, we've talked about that. Talked about it all year. You know, he's up there for blocking purposes, and occasionally you go ahead and lay that off in there, you know, and they anticipate, you know, or keying on the other backs that we have in the backfield, and it gives them a chance to break it.
Champlin got 6 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Hounds here. Sam Jackson. Here's Jackson, 1st down. Watch that extra effort.
We got to have some effort. Got to have a whole bunch of it, Sam. Good hustle now. Got to have it, Red.
Well, they're going to spot it back where they say his knee touched the ground at the 44-yard line. A pickup of about 6 yards on that play. And Corbin another 1st down. Rollins digs across midfield and into Somerset territory.
Steve's got to get well in a hurry right now. 4-4 has got to get well in a hurry.
Our offense, which bogged down on their first series, still looks good.
Well, what happens, you know, we play that sweat hog football where you come down here, you're going to power it all the way downfield. You power it down there to so far, you know, there's not that much room to operate out of anymore, and they went ahead and shut us off at the pass.
He got 7 yards on that one. 2nd down and 3 here. He got the 1st down inside the 45 to about the 41. Hard running on the part, I think that was Steely.
Oh, yeah, it was Steely. Steely came through there on the glide again. He was picking his way and looking for it and trying to watch everything develop there, and just any time he got a chance to get to the outside, he was ready to break it.
Got him 8 yards on that run. You know, that's the first time tonight that Steely has carried the football. Wide to the left is Frederick. Option play. Duncombe will keep. Duncombe slides by. Duncombe digs hard. He's down to about the 35.
I tell you what, he broke the tackle. They had it shut off. They knew what the play was. They were ready. They had it shut off, and he broke the tackle. That's the only thing that developed for us on any kind of yards that time, because they knew just exactly where it was coming.
Got 6 yards on that play as Duncombe has carried the ball 8 times thus far for 52 yards. Somerset leads 7-0. Corbin with the ball. 2nd down and 4. Sam Jackson. Nope. Sam tried to go wide again. I would think he was down.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm watching.
He was down, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm watching, Don. I'm watching Gilmore out there. Gilmore, he got in the official's face there a little bit, and kids you can't do that now. I mean, you know, let them call it, but you know, he's playing intense. He's got the adrenaline flowing out there, and he wanted to make sure he protected the football for the Hounds.
A loss of about a yard on that play as Somerset has defended that play well. They're not giving us that corner. 6:25 in the first half. This is a 3rd down 5. Duncombe throws it. Ooh, what a play by Frederick just to break up an interception.
Frederick, he threw it in the crowd there, and the only red jersey between four people there for the Briar Jumpers was Frederick, and he did break it up in order to keep from having an interception.
It's at the 36. Corbin 4th and 5. Now last week and all the rest of the year, exception of Bryan Station, we would go for it here. But this is a different story.
Okay, we've got Frederick in at the tailback right now, and I think, you know, well, anybody in Corbin that watches them, we got Frederick at tailback, catching wide to this side. Keep your eye on him.
All right, here we go. 4th and 5. Ball at the 36. That's Reedy, and Reedy goes out of bounds. How about that? It was a juggling act and a 1st down.
1st down. He's got, gosh, big play for the Hounds. Big play for the Hounds. The ball was thrown, and he was doing some juggling there. We got the 1st down out of it, but that was a very critical play. Very critical play for the Hounds.
Pass play good for 10 yards on that one. And I think just as important as anything, keeping that drive alive, that maybe we can get that passing game cranked up now. Wide out to the right side. Duncombe on the option. Flag goes down as he keeps it. What happens if he pitches?
It doesn't look like he's going to. You know, I keep watching, I keep watching it. They know what's happening on the option, and they're doing a good job of shutting it down. If we're getting any yards at all, they're slowing it up. We're not getting the yards that we first broke up at the first part of the ball game. But on the pitch man that time, I really didn't follow him to find out just exactly if there was anything there for him or not.
We may get us a 5-yard penalty out of that for illegal procedure in the backfield. It's almost been a penalty-free first quarter. So while they talk about it, we have a timeout here with 6:06 to go in the first half. Timeout on the score. Somerset 7, Corbin nothing. 15 as the ball is pushed back across the 30-yard line. What a grab by B.J. Catron.
Hey, that's big time. Big time. B.J. cutting across there. Looked like he's going to run a little post pattern there, and the ball was thrown. Actually, the ball was thrown behind him. And he stopped it on a dime there and made that lunge back and caught the pass. Great reception.
13-yard pass play. It's going to leave it just shy of a first down. So Corbin will have it second down, a couple of yards to go for that first down. This is Steele looking for the hole and getting the first down.
I never thought he had the ball. I kept watching. You know, we're a long way from the playing field, and it's kind of, well, either that or I'm getting old and can't see. But I thought I thought Duncan kept the ball. I thought he was going to bootleg out, but because you couldn't hardly tell whether Steele picked the ball up or not.
He got about 4 yards on the play, and Corbin another first down. So the Red Hounds really rolling up the first downs. They have 8 thus far, but they're still looking for the score. Ball at the 13-yard line. On the counter, this is Sam Jackson. Watch him spin. Watch him go. Touchdown. That is hard running.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Big Sam again. How many times have we seen that? You know, Sam wakes everybody up, brings everybody on the Corbin side of the field, and on that side of the field, he brings them to the feet on a fine run by Sam Jackson. Beautiful effort.
5:06 to go, a 13-yard scoring run by Sam Jackson. Now the try for the point after. The kicking has been good. It's the transition of the snap and the hold that's been the difficulty this year. They're going for 2. Uh-oh. Well, we won't get the 2.
We worked on it, though. We've worked on it, but we didn't execute it.
The pass was high. And so Corbin's razzle-dazzle does not come through, and they trail. 5:06 to go here in the first half. And another timeout with the score. Somerset 7, Corbin 6. Not a typical Storm kick. Stigall takes it, and he goes down at the 35-yard line.
Let's see, we had Bobby Reeves. Bobby Reeves, I think, is the guy that actually tripped him up on the play there.
McGuett, Reeves both are given credit for that tackle. So at the 35-yard line, Somerset starts their third offensive series. Somerset leads by 7-6. That's the way. He does lean forward, though. Billy Floyd, number 24, and then gets him a couple of more yards.
Tackle made by, let's see, we've got Fox and Rose and Trosper and Smith.
Just a little over 2 yards picked up. Let's call it second down and 7 for the Briar Jumpers now. Moving wide to the left is Tony Lewis, number 12. In the slot is James Fletcher, number 10. And this time they turn Stigall, the big fullback, back.
I'll tell you who turned him back. Roger Rose had a hold, and he wasn't going anywhere. Reedy and Robbie Smith came in and did a little polishing job, but Roger Rose absolutely had the adrenaline pumping.
The gain is 1 to the 39-yard line. It'll be third down and 6 to go, a long 6 with 3:45 here in the first half. So Corbin wants to hold here, get the ball back, and take the lead at halftime. Let's see what they do. Tony Massey, number 1, checks his backfield, which is straight away. And that's the way to go.
Big time play. Been waiting on that one now. Sadler, and he paid for it.
Number 12, Tony Lewis, is buried behind the line of scrimmage. Somerset in punt formation now as Mark Mounts is deep at his 19-yard line. Single safety for Corbin is Reedy. Nice kick. Reedy will have to trail way back to get it. Over his shoulder. He takes it. He's at the 15. At the 20, and a shoestring tackle.
Super effort by number 7.
That's Randy Mills. Randy Mills just got enough of Nooner's foot.
Junior, that kid played against our JV team.
All right, we have 3 minutes and 14 seconds to do something with it, trailing by a point. The ball at the 20-yard line. Steely, number 40, goes wide to the right from his halfback position as Duncombe will call. And Sam Jackson will be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this one out. Sam, trying to figure, is that what you do in this situation? You're going to go ahead and try to be a little bit conservative here. It's got, got 2 minutes before half. You got very poor field position. I don't guess you want to take a chance of turning the football over. We get to kick off second half, so I guess that's probably the thing to do.
Well, of course, we remember from Middlesboro last year. Let's see what happens here. Second down and 10 at the 20. He almost rolls for 5 yards.
Yeah, and he had no intention of pitching the ball that time. We had Steely trailing there, and we had Frederick out there as a blocker, I guess, in case the pitch did develop.
The ball is spotted at the 24, so it's third down and 6. And with 2 minutes to go in the first half, need this big third down play to keep the ball out of Somerset's hands. Steely goes wide right. Pitch. This mighty Mike Jackson, and I think he got the first down.
Yeah, I believe he got the first down. I thought he was going to string it out a little bit too far again. I always seem like it concerns me when Sam's doing that. If he's going east and west there, and it feels like he need to be going north and south, but I know he's giving everything he's got out there, and that's why we got 6 points on the board right now.
He got the first down with about a 7-yard run. Corbin with the ball up at the 32. Steve Rollins across the 35. Time, now that we're moving the ball and got it out a little bit, is against us with 1 minute 20 seconds.
Yeah, it is against us. You still think it's a possibility, though, they maybe run one more play here and be conservative and then try to, that we do have field position, go ahead and try to drop it off to somebody.
1 minute 7, the clock runs. Corbin will have it second down and 6. Reedy. Here's Reedy across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. Not a first down. Let's see if Corbin will utilize a timeout here.
Yeah, I think, yeah, they are right now. They've called it.
Well, if they'll stop the clock, just 3 seconds elapsed after the whistle had blown, but it's down to 39 seconds. So the Red Hounds are looking at a third down and 1 situation, as they'll give it to Sam Jackson. He gets that first down as he lowers his head up to the 45-yard line, and they'll stop the clock again at 34 seconds. So, Bill, we're out now to about where you would want it to try something long.
Yeah, but I just wonder if that's what's going to happen here. Again, let's pick up something. Roger Rose got a good block that time. He was leading Sam through the hole.
They did not call the timeout. They just had to stop the clock for the movement of the chains. Here's the fake. Here's Duncombe. He throws. Little soft pass. Great catch by Steely out of bounds at about the 41.
Great catch by Steely. Super catch. And Greg, again, he just kind of alley-ooped it up there, and Steely made a fine reception before he went out of bounds.
Now we're to a position where you can really air it out.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, what you do there. Of course, I know they've scouted us most of the time this year when we've been in this position. Steely's kind of gone in motion and kind of did a little streak job down the sideline. They put it up to him. I think we scored on it twice against Glasgow.
About an 18-yard pass play there for the first down. 13? All right, 13-yard pass play. Wide out to the left side. Duncombe back. Duncombe looks. He throws. He's got Reedy wide open. as Reedy slides to get it at the 32, and Corbin will have to call a timeout with 18 seconds. Number 18, Reedy, 18 seconds to go. Well, the time's the problem, because the Red Hounds have shown us every time they've had the football tonight that they can move the football.
And we can score with that amount of time on the clock right now. I'm thinking what a tremendous athlete we just saw come across the middle and catch that pass. Dunk him through the ball, almost in the ground again like Everett's. Reedy came up with a super reception.
Just shy of a first down on that pass play. Second down, but downs are irrelevant right now because of only 18 seconds to go in the half. The ball at about the 32-yard line. Pennington takes it. Pennington goes out of bounds, stopping the clock with 12 seconds to go, and a beautiful pass play.
I tell you what, old Duncombe kind of reminded me of Brody from the 49ers back there. He's utilized the clock here and hit the receivers out there and got him out of bounds 2 different times here, and then we've called a timeout. We've still got 12 seconds on the clock and time to go in.
Time for a running play and a field goal?
No, not that much time.
Okay. All right, that pass play was good from George asked me how many yards. I'm not really sure. About 12, I think, George. Here we go. It's batted down. 9 seconds to go. We still have a timeout remaining, so what do you do here?
Stop.
You got time for maybe one more play, and then, let's see, spotting the ball at the 18-yard line, 28. We got a 35-yard field goal attempt if we should go from where it is right now.
We got one timeout left. Yeah.
Let's see what happens here. Wide out Steely to the right side. The ball at about the 17 or 18-yard line. And Steely, timeout. All right, oh, pardon us. Steely catches it at the 5-6 yard line, and pardon us, all of us here on this roof were calling timeout. Apparently we don't have a timeout. Pardon me. I thought we had a timeout, so I was misled. We can't get anything done because the time expires, but we show enough right there to say when we get the ball in the second half, it'll be the same way.
I'm trying to figure, well, you say we had no timeouts. I'm still watching the confusion out here. I didn't even hear what you asked me.
Apparently we had a timeout when I didn't see one earlier, so fraction was. A 5-yard penalty has put the ball up to the 48-yard line. Delay of game. Rose will be standing at his own 40-yard line. It's not one of his classic kicks, but it's going to get a good roll inside the 20. Inside the 10 to about the 9, where Somerset will take over as we have a timeout. With 8:37 to go in the third quarter, the score, Somerset 7, Corbin.
Tackle made by Sadler. Sadler was the key man on that. He caught him in the backfield. That's what we've got to do. We've got to do that with the big key back.
The breakaway threat of number 10, James Fletcher, is taken down for a yard loss at the 7. It'll be 2nd and 11. 8 minutes to go in the third period. Number 25, Stigall, and watch them team up on him as Reedy goes down under and lifts him up for him to be taken back down.
Reedy picked him up, and Trosper and Frederick came over and said, "How do you do?"
Gain is up to the 9. A 2-yard pickup. It's going to be 3rd and 9. So the Red Hounds need to hold here, and they should get the ball back in good field position. 3rd and 9. Somerset has gone to the air only once tonight, but they're down deep here. There's that quarterback again, and had he not slowed down, he still may have the first down, but he was sliding maybe short. I don't know.
No, I believe he's going to be short. I believe he's going to be short on it that time. He possesses some awful good wheels there because he came through there and he just lost his footing there, and part of the bar, part of the middle of the field.
So a yard shy, he gets 8 yards. It's going to be 4th and 1, and of course Somerset has to give up the football here. Number 70, Mark Mounts, 6'5", 250-pound junior, is in to punt. Corbin will have a twin safety this time in Reedy and Steely. This is what we've gone with most of the year. Somerset will have to use a timeout here. So maybe unwanted one, but they have a bit of confusion out there, and they have to call. 6:28 to go, third quarter. Timeout on the score. Somerset 7, Corbin 6. This is not as good a kick. It's going to be taken by Reedy at 45, 40. Corbin, good field position as Reedy caught the ball at about the Corbin 45 and returns to the 40-yard line of Somerset. So the Hounds, good position here to get something going.
Yeah, we've got time. We've got good field position. We've got time now to take it and punch it down like we know how.
Corbin statistically, other than that long run, which you have to count obviously, but other than that, you take that out, and Corbin has been most dominant statistically in this game. Reedy is the quarterback. Pitches to Jackson, and Jackson fighting for his life back at about the 42. It's going to be a loss. I didn't see Duncombe go down, so I'm a little concerned here.
Well, I am too, but the thing I'm most concerned about is how Somerset is prepared to take care of the option that we've got. Now, they've utilized that both times that we've ran it this second half, where they've been out there and they've met the quarterback, and they also had somebody covering the pitch man.
Well, we got a loss of 2, 2nd and 12, and Nooner's Reedy, number 18, the quarterback. We look over to Duncombe. He looks to be all right. Watch him drive. Watch him drive. That's number 44, Rollins, and he gets the first down.
I tell you what, when you see him run, you remember why we won at Fairgrounds in Louisville last year. Great spurt there, great speed. Rollins is playing, you know, we missed him for 4 weeks now, and he's out there playing tonight.
Duncombe is back in at quarterback as that gain is good down to about the 27-yard line, about 15 yards. Sam Jackson running hard off that right side to near the 20, about the 22 or 23.
Sam, he's tripped Sam up there. Somebody caught him on the ankle there just about the time he hit the line of scrimmage, but he's showing great acceleration, hitting the hole good, and it was a good run by Sam.
Gain is 4, second down 6. The ball closer to the 24-yard line. This is Steely. Steely refusing to go down on initial contact, maybe gets a yard.
He's trying to pick his way, just all dressed up, no place to go.
So Corbin will be faced with a 3rd and 5 here with 4.5 minutes to go in the third period. The ball is at the Somerset 22-yard line. Somerset leading 7-6. Martin Earl Pennington goes wide to the right at end. Champlin, the blocking back, along with Jackson and Steely. I think that was Steely, the first man through, or Jackson it is. He didn't get the first down to the 20-yard line. They run it right to the center of the field. So it's going to be 4th down, about 3.
4th and 3, and we've got Bobby Reeves coming in right now along with Rollins as Sam Jackson goes out along with Barry Rose.
Big play right here. Trailing by a point. The ball at the 20-yard line. Need about 3 yards for the first down. What effort. Down to about the 16-yard line and a first down.
Beautiful effort by Steely that time. Steely was tripped up in the backfield that time by number 21 for the Briar Jumpers, but he went ahead. Now they're getting ready to, wait a minute, we're going to have a measurement?
I wouldn't think it was close, but Somerset has the option of calling for the measurement. I thought he was down in the backfield, Bill, and I thought the lights went out on this drive, but it was Steely's effort, and it is not close. He got that first down.
I see a red on the other side just got up to the feet again over there. We picked up a very crucial first down.
So it took them to a 4th down play to get it, and the Red Hounds keeping this drive alive at the 16. 3.5 minutes to go in the third period. Steve Rollins, 15. Rollins to about the 12, and down he goes. But what drive he had in those legs.
Got to give some credit now to the line. I started to say something a minute ago. In the first half on our pass protection, we showed some awful nice pass protection by our hogs in the line, and also our hogs in the line on this drive right here. They're coming off the line. They're coming out of the huddle. They're breaking out there, running the line of scrimmage, and they want the action.
We're down to the 12-yard line now. It's 2nd down and 6 after that 4-yard gain. Steely pushing people inside the 10 to about the 9. Steely really hasn't had any hole to run through tonight. He's really had to push people backwards.
Yeah, he was just pushing that time. That's all he was doing. He finally just picked up there, and he saw he couldn't go anyplace else, and he went ahead and leaned up there and had good leg drive, and we got a couple of yards out of it.
Down to 2.5 minutes to go in this 3rd period. Number 1 and 2 teams in the state vying here tonight. Corbin wants to stay on top. They have to win to do it. It's 3rd down, 4 yards for the first down. And Rollins running in toward the center of the field. Gets it to about the 7, but I don't believe it's enough for the first down. Decision time is coming here because we're in the center of the field and in field goal range.
Well, we got timeout. Coach Adams is coming on the field right now. We got timeout, and there is a possibility we will try to go for 3 here.
So let's see what they do with 2 minutes and a second to go in the 3rd period. Well, here it goes, our first field goal attempt of the year. Coming from the 15, that's a 25-yard effort by Reedy. And it's no good. So Somerset holds on to the lead.
A little bit wide to the right. No problem. We'll get it back.
Corbin still dominating play, but still trailing by 7-6. The Redhounds had it 4th and 2 at the 15. Or did I misread that? Was that from the 20 or the 15? I might have been off 5 yards there, but it was no good, and Somerset takes over for their second offensive series here in this half from the 20-yard line. Tony Massey. Stigall gets about 3 to the 23-yard line.
Tackled by Sadler and by Trosper.
Bill and I have been talking about butterflies, and Bill, for the first time tonight, I've got them. You've had them all night.
Well, I'm a little tired. You got to be. We're down. We're pointing down, and we just couldn't get it. We've had it twice down here inside the 20. We couldn't get it in.
2nd down, 7 yards to go for Somerset. Stigall hit, and down he goes. I'll tell you what, got to give credit to that defense. They're doing quite a job.
The defense may end up scoring here for us. Robbie Smith, Adams, Martin Earl Pennington crashed on that side. I think that was initial contact on that side was Pennington.
The ball is at the 23-yard line, so it's still going to be 3rd down and 7 to go, but we're running out of time here in the 3rd period. Only 55 seconds to go. Slot formation to the right side, or is it? Somerset's having trouble getting people lined up. Massey looking, Massey throwing. It is complete, but not a first down. Frederick was all over the receiver at the 26, so that's still going to make it 4th down.
I thought he trapped the ball, but Fisher was right on top of the play.
Prosper, I believe it was, almost had Tony Massey, the quarterback, wrapped up. He was hitting him as he threw the ball.
Well, he had plenty of pressure on him, and Frederick had the receiver.
Wait a minute. It wasn't a first down on the pass play, but the official is signaling some kind of foul, and that, if he caught the ball, we'll just have to hold on to see what they do call. 40 seconds to go in the 3rd period. It was 3rd and 7. Well, that'll give him a first down.
Evidently, he's called roughing the quarterback, I think.
Pass interference is what the call was. They didn't get it on the pass play, so they get it on a 15-yard penalty. And the ball is up to the 38-yard line. Somerset leading 7-6. Massey about a yard on the play, and a lot of red hounds on him.
Sadler and Frederick on the tackle.
Up to the 40-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd down and 8. The frustrating part that we get into after 3 quarters here, Bill, is the fact that Corbin looks so superior, but they're trailing.
Well, you know, Somerset's the big play team, and they've made one big play here, and they've got the extra point, and that's the edge.
And we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play from Somerset before a capacity crowd. And after 3, the score, Somerset 7, Corbin 6. Fourth and final period of this game. Somerset 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Stigall in motion to the left. Oh, Stigall, no matter what they do here, they won't get it as Rose wraps up the quarterback.
Roger Rose, along with Robbie Smith, made the tackle that time. Stigall came in motion that time. He wasn't real sure that he was supposed to continue in motion and get set. Consequently, he was in motion.
Interesting to see what Corbin will do. The gain was good for 2 to the 42, which Coach Shadams, I think the coaches are saying decline this penalty, which would bring up a 3rd and 6.
Okay. They haven't made a decision yet.
If they should step it off, that would give them that down over and make it 2nd and 13. So they'd rather go with the 3rd and 6 the way with the defense is playing.
We got to have the football. We need a big play here. We need a big, very big play right now.
It's almost been an error-free football game, other than the pass interception. I don't know if he got it or not, Bill. We had some big hits down there, but according to where they spot the ball.
No, he doesn't have the first down, but he got awful close. He went airborne. He almost came up with it.
Got up to about the 48-yard line, so Somerset will have to give it up again. And Corbin's field position probably won't be as good as it was a moment ago, but the Red Hounds need that football. They've been able to move it all night. Somerset calling for a measurement again. When it looks like it's not even close, that's the 2nd straight time they've done that.
They get their measurement when they ask for it, though.
I would think when it's obviously not a first down that the officials could decide, but they've been giving them the option of bringing that chain out. It's over a yard shy, and right now it's be a good time for a big play out of the Hounds as Reedy and Steely go back waiting for the punt from Mount.
I'll tell you what I think we need to guard against. We need to guard against the fake right here, because it wouldn't be altogether that bad a field position if it didn't come up with it. And we've got, you know, butterflies.
All right, high snap, anything. We need to get back in this ball game, trailing by 7-6, 11-13 to go. He really puts the toe to it, and it's Steely taking the fair catch at the 21.
Yeah, Steely called for the fair catch. We've got it at the 21, and we've got about 11 minutes left in this contest, and we need to get on the board.
So the Red Hounds 79 yards away from taking the lead. They picked up here in the second half where they left off in the first half in controlling the football, but still unable to come up with anything. So Duncan will bring both ends in tight, checks his backfield, and here we go on the 1st and 10. Steely gets across the 25 for about 5 yards. Corbin fans are up in arms over there. I don't know what it's all about.
Well, I'd say, you know, they thought he was stopped in the line of scrimmage, and evidently the whistle didn't go off, and we still had briar jumpers trying to get on Steely.
Steely, as it looks now, got 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. I thought this would be a high-scoring affair, and here we are 7-6 in the 4th quarter. Sam Jackson trying to step over people, gets up near the 30.
Yeah, it was a good run by Sam, good effort by Sam. We're just going to be a little bit short here, probably a yard, 2 yards short of first down.
10 minutes, 11 seconds to go as Corbin will be faced with a 3rd and 2 situation. The ball, well, they're going to have to stop the clock or something for that injured player. Right now, we're interested in that time, and they do get it stopped. And a penalty marker is dropped. We're going to get a first down, Bill.
Yeah, we're going to get a first down out of it. One of the broad jumpers coaches on the side here, evidently he had a little bit too much to say, and he's got a flag for it.
So when we come back after this timeout, Corbin will have a first down and the ball on upfield. Timeout with 10:03 to go in the game. The score is Somerset 7.
Flag on that side over there, too, and I've got to think it's against them. I've got to think it's against them.
Let's see what happens here as Massey, offensive, it's against us, Bill.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. Can't imagine.
So that's going to be a big penalty. It'll be 15 yards in high school as Corbin was right out a first down after that run by Duncombe. Hardly any passing this half. We may be forced into that situation.
Yeah, well, I got to believe we're up top on this play.
Fortunately, they step it off from where the foul was, so we're almost looking at a 2nd and 15 situation. It's not as bad as one might assume when you think of 15-yard penalties.
Evidently, we had a holding on that side over there, and again, Duncombe did a fine job on the run, gave great effort.
2nd down, let's call it 17 yards to go. The ball is back up at the 43. Wide out to the right side is Steely. Thrown across the middle and intercepted, so Somerset has the ball.
Just didn't get it to him. Pennington was over there, and he just didn't get the zip on the ball.
8 minutes and 31 seconds to go, so it's not the end of it there, but the Red Hounds defense really has to come through now.
Yeah, it's on the bow the neck job now. We've got to bow up.
Somerset has good field position at the 42. They lead by 7-6. Just 8.5 minutes to go, and we're down to where Somerset wants to play some ball control of their own. That was a big interception. That's a fumble.
We got it.
Loose ball by Fletcher, but apparently we didn't get it because the officials have not pointed in our direction. Somerset holds on.
Oh, I saw the sea of red rise over there. I thought we had it.
I thought our fans were telling us we had the football. We're so far away from the other side of the field. So that's almost the turnover we needed, but it ends up as a yard gain at about the 43. 2nd down and 9. That's the way to go, Steely, as he takes the ball carrier, Floyd, down behind the line of scrimmage at the 38.
I'll tell you what, let's not take any effort away from old McWitt on that play. McWitt did a fine job. He hit the back, and he just didn't, I don't know if he was in position to lock up. He made good contact on him, and he actually gave Steely time enough to come up and make the tackle.
I've become more and more impressed with Corbin's dominance in this game, but yet it's 7-6 and just 7 minutes to go. So you got situation here of 3rd and 12 and a half to play. That's the have to. It happens, and taken down at about the 45.
Trosper and Adams on the tackle. Reedy got a contact on it, but he didn't get the tackle.
So our offense, which has moved well all night long, will get another chance at it, and time is not critical at this point. We still have 6.5 minutes to go. Corbin's twin safeties will be Steely and Reedy. We're talking about a season here, not just a game. It's a season that's at stake with 6 minutes in the game. Mounts gets it out of there.
Was blocked into him.
It's going to be roughing the kicker, but I thought Pennington was blocked into the kicker.
He was blocked into him.
That will give Somerset the ball. Somerset had it 4th down and 7. Pennington goes into the man, but he's blocked and up and over him. And when he's blocked into the kicker, looked pretty obvious from here, and we're pretty far away, but I thought it was that obvious at this distance.
Yeah, he went, Pennington came from this side, and he got up to block the punt, and the guy just went ahead and flipped him right into the punter.
Well, we needed anything but that. We needed that football. 6:09. It's now with Somerset with the ball. We'll get into the critical stage. The ball at the Corbin 40-yard line. Stigall gets about 3 to the Corbin 37.
You know, they've gone with I think Fletcher's been used more or less tonight, just more or less as a decoy. Fletcher's not really been a factor in this ball game, and he is the big back out there. It's mostly been Massey and Stigall that have done all the damage, if there is any damage, to count for one run here, and a season lays on the line.
We're down to 5:40 in the ball game. That's Fletcher breaking a couple of tackles, but he won't get back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Trosper, Steely, and Fox on the tackle.
I still laud the effort and the play of that defense out there.
Yeah, defense playing their guts out. Got to have the ball.
Playing so well, but time becoming all important now. 5:14. This is 3rd and 7. Somerset has 5 first downs in the ball game. One of those a moment ago by penalty. Another one earlier in this half by penalty. Down he goes, and it's going to be a 4th down.
Todd Trosper's on the bottom of it, along with Steely and Frederick and Rose.
4:45 to go. 7-6 Somerset leads. Corbin has to get that ball and get it back upfield. Now Somerset obviously here would not go for it with 4th and 4, but they may try to pull us offside.
Well, yeah, that's would be a big part of the game right here. That would absolutely kill.
No, they're going to take a delay to move it back upfield 5 yards, so they won't even have to fool with that. They'll stop the clock at 4:13. So Somerset takes the 5-yard penalty. The ball at the 39 of Corbin. And Mark Mounts has done a good job kicking tonight. The Corbin deep men are standing at the 10. That's Steely and Reedy. He just bumps the ball, Steely, at the 10 to about the 12 or 13.
That's all he could do. Wasn't any place else to go. We've got to get down the field.
All right, there's time. 4:04 to go. We have a timeout with the score, some yard line. As the handoff is given to Rollins, he gets only a couple to about the 15.
Clock's very critical. It's moving, and it's moving fast.
3:35. Corbin would like to get it out just a little bit for better passing position, but we're at 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Steely goes wide to the left. Duncombe goes back to throw. He throws it. It is batted. It is intercepted again. Just got to bow up and play with pride. Carl Praise intercepts the batted ball. So now at the 29-yard line, 3:11 to go. The Red Hounds, who have given such a good effort, but Somerset has not let their offense do what we've been doing all year. 21. We got to create something here. You can't just let them do their thing. You got to make it happen for yourself. They're in 4-down territory, and they get it to the 25.
And tackle made by McWitt that time, along with Robbie Smith.
So the ball at the 25 now. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2:20 to go. Fletcher driving. Fletcher gets it to about the 22.
Tackle made in there that time by Adams.
The ball at the 22 will make it 3rd and 2 or 3 now. They've got 2 shots at a 1st down, but you got to hold them here if you got a chance at all. Just a minute 45 to go. We haven't used our timeouts yet. We have 2. We've used 1 on the field goal try.
I thought they were going to take a delay that time. Still may. They did.
They got the delay on them at a minute 23. I don't think it was very wise to take a delay because you're in 1st down territory here with 3rd and 2. Now you're going to have it 3rd and 7, and Corbin with a couple of timeouts can, well, have a chance of getting that ball back. Very little time, but still they could get their hands on the ball.
Well, like you said, it's a shame, you know, the dominance that we've showed here tonight, and still, you know, we're a point short on the scoreboard.
There's still hope. You got to hang with it with a minute 23 to go. The quarterback looking. Down he goes. I was almost afraid I saw a face mask.
No, in the face mask, it just pinched, and whenever he took him, when he was on the tackle area, he went down with him hard.
Well, the face mask is not called, but the timeout is. With a minute 6 to go, it's 4th down. And Bill, we're looking at a situation where you have to go downfield without any timeouts.
We don't have any timeouts left?
Well, we have 1 left. But considering where the ball is and situation, that's a long way in such a short time.
Yeah, it is. That's a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Here we go, a minute 6 now on the 4th down play. Stigall gets it and gets it to the 25. It'll be Corbin's ball. A minute 3 as they stop the clock. So it's going to take a miracle finish.
We might just find one of those Hail Marys.
Throw the bomb.
George Fisher bomb.
Corbin fans are alive over there. Clock runs with a minute. We have 1 timeout. You got to hustle to the line of scrimmage. Got to hustle on everything you do. Steely runs off the field.
We call timeout, and the clock's still running.
Reedy wide to the left. Duncombe back to throw. Duncombe throws it. Out of bounds.
He zipped it.
I think we had a little confusion as to who was going to receive that one.
Well, let's see. Who do we have over? We had Catron and Reedy both on that side over there. I thought we had a timeout left, and we called the timeout. Even, you know, if we did or we didn't, the clock starts before we ever snap the ball.
43 seconds to go. Steely wide to the left. He catches the ball, or does he? At the 42, they'll stop the clock with 39 seconds. Now, they can't start that clock till they set the chain.
They might.
Let's watch it and see if they do. We've got to be ready to go the moment that chain is set. First down up to the 42-yard line. It started now. I thought Catron was going to catch that ball.
No, he went ahead and grounded it. Just, I say grounded, he went ahead and threw it over there in the first row. Stopped that clock.
29 seconds to go. 58 yards. That's what we need.
Well, Somerset goes in that prevent defense like Dallas, like Tampa did Sunday, then we got a shot at it.
Right. That's right. Dallas pull one out. Steely wide out to the left side. He's out of bounds, and the clock stopped inside the 40-yard line. A great grab by Steely.
We're moving.
We were moving when time got us at the end of the first half. We've moved all night long. We've held this team. We've done everything you'd want except score.
Do we have a timeout? Do we have any timeouts left?
I think we have one, but I'm guessing 22 seconds to go. The ball is at the 38-yard line. Incomplete with 18 seconds. Remember in the first half, 18 seconds, the ball at the 18-yard line. We had that same situation. He's playing that sideline. We're at the 38-yard line. In a season rests in 18 seconds.
Yeah, we've got 18 seconds of a season, so to speak, left here. I mean, stranger things have happened. Something could happen, but we need this one.
Duncombe rolling, Duncombe throwing, Steely, no good. 12 seconds.
Fine defensive effort that time by one of the Briar jumpers. Just broke the ball up. Ball was intended for Steely. Again, we're showing great pass protection. We're playing with great enthusiasm. We're playing our guts out, but 12 seconds, a long way to go.
Those kids have to be awfully tired. The effort they've given here tonight. We're down to 12 seconds now. Steely wide out to the left side. Ball at the 38. Eight seconds to go. I'm a little surprised by that pass.
Well, they try what they're trying to do there. I guess they were trying to free Reedy across the middle there and hoping if he got the ball that he'd have an opportunity to take his speed and go ahead and put it in.
Now we're going to take that timeout. This is the play that has to happen for the score. 8 seconds to go. Well, it's down to where you have to throw it 38 yards for a score with 8 seconds to go. Here comes Steely off to the right. The ball game is over. Somerset has won. It's a very bitter pill to swallow, especially when you've been so dominant. There's no doubt in your mind you're a much better team, but you're on the short end of the score. At halftime, some of us up here were so confident, predicting at least 2 more touchdowns to win by. It didn't come, Bill. They tried hard, but it didn't come.
No, we were denied. We had the ball, several different times in the ball game in the second half. We had the ball twice in the first part of the third quarter. I felt like inside of 20, and we didn't get it in. And just that 1 point, it stands so big on the scoreboard, and we just couldn't overcome it.
Well, it's tragedy because what do we look at the rest of the year, and there are a couple of games, but I guess you can put a little Red Hound pride in those 2 games, but that's about what's left.
Yeah, we gotta put the Red Hound pride in it from here on out. We've got Middlesbrough game. It doesn't mean what it has meant in years past because of sub-district and the realignment, but at the same time, strange things can happen, in the game of football. And Somerset, I don't know if they've got anything left on the schedule that might even have an opportunity of knocking them out of it. And if we beat Middlesbrough, then I can't say it. I guess they go automatically. They've beaten both of us.
Well, that's the story as Somerset wins by 7-6 in a game that Corbin rolls up 18 first downs to 5 for Somerset. The Red Hounds completely dominant in so many ways. Jackson carried the ball 15 times for 43 yards. Duncombe 11 times for 71. Rollins back in action looking good, 9 times for 46. Steely carried 8 times for 31. The passing, Corbin was 8 out of 17, but the key to that, 3 big interceptions by Somerset that helped them stay in the lead in this ball game. Corbin completed 8 out of 17, 3 interceptions. And the Red Hounds go down to their first defeat of the year. They are now 6-1, only 2 games remaining, and the season will end there because Somerset has locked up the sub-district championship, will go on to postseason playoffs. Corbin will not defend their state AA championship this year. Any further thoughts, Bill?
No, I think our kids played their hearts out, and we came up short. When you've got as much pride and traditions we've got, and you've got the victories that we've had and the state titles that are behind us, and they played their hearts out. They played for those that played before them, they played for those that played with them, and they played for those that will follow.
Thank you for joining us for the replay of this game. Next week we'll be back at 8:30 for the replay of the Corbin-Wayne County football game, and we'll be featuring highlights from the Hall of Fame ceremonies in that. This is Down East Step for Bill Hoover, Dale Johnson, and Gene Harless. Thank you for joining us. Again, the final score, Somerset 7, Corbin 6.